proof that the Great Flood did happen, this is a 1925 photo of horses, a horse's head on the left, even though it's somehow pressured into changing its shape, and the skeletons, the skulls on the right, from Mesopithecus. I guess it's a type of a Homo Pithecus type of a being. And as you can see, they're quite squashed. And this is a picture from 1925. Now, these animals were found in an area of Greece around Athens, the northern suburb of today's Athens. And they were dated from the time of about, considered to be the Great Flood. Now, we know from the Apocrypha of Moses that the Great Flood that the Greeks talk of being Dephkalion, meaning Noah. Noah wrote the first books of the Old Testament, where he refers to the Great Flood of the Ark and Noah. Noah means, it's the meaning of the man of good omen. Dephkaliona is the same meaning in Greek. Deph meaning come, kali meaning good, ona, omen, the coming of the good omen. Because he and his family were the only ones that survived the flood because they built the ark. So what we found here in this article, I'm translating from Greek, this was found, these squashed horse's skull and the Macropithecus of Attica. They're sort of an ape type of a being, and these were found in 1925. According to the Geological Foundation of London, who did this research at that time, they were discussing the Great Flood, the deluge, and they examined these skulls. They found them in the area of Pikermi in north of Athens. And this is the evidence that something terrible took place here. On the skulls and on the bodies of these ancient horses of Pikermi, the pressured skull that you see here on the left, and also the scattered bones of antelopes and birds as well, besides these Macropithecus skulls that you see on the right. And according to the Illustrated Times of London, it was published, this is the picture that was published at that time, and they believe that, according to what the geologists of that time believed, this took place because of a very great and sudden flood that took place in this area. And the result was that the horses, the antelopes, the birds, and these humanoid Macropithecus skulls were washed away. The animals could not find time to run away from whatever this flood was, and they were just swept away from where they were. They were living in the forest at that time. Pikermi is an area of forest, mountains and valleys, and it would have been very lush at that time. It was lush up to the time when we had fires around Athens, and it's sort of bald now, but they did find also very many skeletons of what we would call giants, ancient giant humanoid skeletons, human skeletons, but they were whisked away, and nobody knows where they have been stored. So this is called the horse of Pikermi, And this was also published in the news, in Greek news of the Nation magazine, newspaper, dated the 19th of February, 1925. Now, these skulls on the right, I have no idea what animals they are, but they do look humanoid to me, except for the one in the middle. Those orbits of those eyes are very big. But as you can see, they're really deformed because of the pressure that they had to go through. You can imagine how much pressure was put on these bones to have them deform like that. The same thing with the horse's jawbone, as you can see on the left, how deformed that is as well. So something very sudden took place. They were not able to run away for safety anywhere, and it just swept them away. That's the evidence that there was a great and sudden flood that took place. And that is their evidence of the flood, of the deluge. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.